Hey there and welcome back to Cosmic Crypto. In this video we're going to be talking about the crypto market. Let's go. Okay, welcome back to the channel. Yeah. If you're not subscribed, please go down below, hit that subscribe button, and while you're down there, if you could tap the like button, I'd really appreciate it. I have got quite a few things to look at, and so I didn't want to make 10 different videos, so we're going to throw it all into one. So, crypto has been bouncing quite nicely. After the FOMC meeting, somebody knows something, I guess. And I want to go over things like Ethereum Classic, ravencoin, definitely Matic, because Matic is on a tear, Algo, and one thing specifically is the Bitcoin dominance I wanted to take a look at, along with the DXY. So let's get started on Algorand. I've been following Algorand for a while. We've been following Algorand for a little while, looking at this bump and run pattern that was forming on the weekly time frame. And after we broke out of the bump and run pattern, we ran into the 20 EMA. Came back down to retest the bump and run pattern, and now it looks like we're moving on up again, which is good. But we've also been trading sideways in this channel here, and when we did the breakout, we broke above it, but we got rejected off the 20. And now we're breaking above the channel and also the 618 Fibonacci again here. And let me just show you where that 618 comes from. That 618 is a Fibonacci from the bottom all the way to the top. And so we have retraced below the 618 retracement here, and we've been trying to break above it ever since. And so it looks like we're getting a nice clean candle above it. The trend strength directional indicator looks like we're trying to move to the upside. We started to fall, the money flow here, the green, started to fall into the red, but just recently went back into the green. And it does look like we are pushing against that 20 EMA. I've got a feeling we're going to break into it this time, so possibly get into the 40 to 50 cent range here, and we'll see what happens from there. But that's kind of my take on Algorand, is we're finally getting this breakout. I'd really like to see the RSIs come up above the 50 level. Let's go down to the daily, see where we're at. So yeah, on the daily we are overbought here, but there's still room to run. Lots of coins have been moving. 50%. One of the coins I've been following went up 400% in like 2 weeks. Some pretty good moves happening in the crypto market, and I'm going to get to that when we look at the Bitcoin dominance here shortly. But yeah, so we are looking like we are overbought here, but there is still plenty of room to run. We're still only at the 73 level on the RSI on the daily, so that's a slow moving RSI. Okay, so we get into the 20 EMA on the weekly, but it looks like around the 44, 45 cent level is where we might see our first, maybe not first, but heavy resistance here at the 200 daily EMA on Algo. So pay attention to that. But our first resistance will be at this previous resistance right here, just around 40.5 cents. And then after that, we're looking at 53 cents at the 0.5. And then we're looking at the 382 here at 80 cents, but that's a long ways away. Maybe it's a long ways away, I guess we'll see. But yeah, looking around that 45 cent area for some kind of heavy resistance. Okay, that's Algo. And actually, before I get any further, let's go to the DXY here. Before I look at other coins here, the DXY. If you haven't been following my channel, we've been going. The DXY has been rising up in this rising channel here. And we finally started to see some weakness around this area right here. So I was calling a local top for the DXY when we hit this part of the channel here. And we came down and we tapped the bottom. But then this move right here is where I started to see some weakness. Is the DXY was not strong enough to get back up here. Now you could argue that we were doing something like this where the DXY came up, down, and then it was going to go up again. But let's just take a look at a Fibonacci here. So from this Fibonacci down, you can see that this middle move here that didn't reach the top actually broke above this previous high right here. It created a higher high. So that tells you that we're still bullish in the DXY right there. This one over here, on the other hand, from the top to this bottom, did not create a higher high. It got rejected off of the 786 Fibonacci and got pushed down. And not only did it get pushed down, but it got pushed down out of the channel support right here. Now, again, what we're doing with the DXY is we're coming up and we are getting perfectly rejected off the 786 Fibonacci. Now, that could change. This could create a higher high. If it gets anywhere around 114-ish, then, you know, say goodnight to crypto. But as of right now, we're getting rejected off that 786. I actually had thought that we would, you know, this previous support line here would hold as resistance, but it didn't. We broke into it. So there is still a chance, pay attention to this on the DXY, there is still a chance that we come down and then retest this as support and continue on to the upside with the DXY. Now, this is on the daily time frame. The trend momentum is moving over the 50 line, and also the RSI has been moved above the 50 line. I'd really like to see this RSI fall below the 50 line again like we did right here. And that would kind of make me feel better about the crypto market. But that's kind of where we're at with the DXY. Now, I want to show you something really important here that I've been following for a very, very long time. Paying very close attention to this. So this is the Bitcoin dominance. This is how strong Bitcoin is compared to the rest of the market. Now, if you know anything about the Bitcoin dominance, you know that this area right here, when Bitcoin dominance fell dramatically, was when alt season was in 2017. Then you got this time the Bitcoin dominance fell dramatically, and that's when alt season was 2021, 2020 and 2021. But ever since then, a lot of people after the big drop in May of 2021 had assumed that the Bitcoin dominance was going to come up to around the 60 to 70% range, like it had previously over here. Now, I didn't think that was the case because there's so many more altcoins out in the market, and the market is changing. It's a lot different than it was back in 2017. Altcoins are a lot stronger than they were back in 2017, and plus there was very few altcoins back in 2017. So I didn't think we'd get up that high, and it looks like we have been holding. Let me get some tools up here. We've been holding resistance right here, and it's been going in this channel here. And my assumption has been, and I don't know that I've shared this in any of my videos, but my assumption has been that this dominance is going to fall. We're going to fall down into the, my guess is around the 30% range here is my guess. Now, to back up that theory, not only is altcoins moving right now, Bitcoin's only up not even 2%. Well, you've got Matic up 19%. You know, what do you got? Atom up almost 9%. I mean, altcoins are moving. Bitcoin isn't doing anything. But to back up my theory here, I want to use some Fibonacci's. So when we first came down, this is when alt season and everything ended, was May of 2021. Right here is when it all ended. Now, we came back up and we retested around the 20 EMA. Then we fell back down again. But if you take a Fibonacci from this high to this low, we came and we found resistance at the 786. That means that there was a lot of strength to the upside. It just wasn't strong enough to get above and create a higher high right here. Okay, so there's that. Then if we move over, this is very important, so pay attention to this. We're going to go from this high to this low. And as you can see, we only came to the 618. Okay, so this run right here got us up to the 786. This run right here only got us to the 618. So we're losing momentum to the upside. Now you can say, okay, well, we made a higher high right here from this high. Yes, but we did not make a higher high from this high over here. Okay, so now with this Fibonacci from this top to this bottom, so how Fibonacci's usually work, when you're in an uptrend, you want the strength to be rising in the Fibonacci's, okay? So you're going to want, but in the downtrend, we had a 786, we had a 618, and look where we're getting rejected off right now, the 382. Now, this isn't just right now. This is the weekly time frame, so we're already 2 weeks, 3 weeks into this rejection. But the first move was a big one to the 786, then a 618, Then we had this fake out right here. I'm considering this a fake out because that's the anomaly out of this entire move. Now we're getting rejected off of the 382, which means that the dominance for Bitcoin is losing momentum to the upside gradually. And I do believe that we are going to fall through this support line here. And if we fall through this support line with a solid candle, as you can see, there was a wick that almost made it, a wick that almost made it, a solid body candle that made it to that support, and then a very long wick that came down below the support. And now I have a feeling we're going to close a candle within the next few weeks. I'm thinking we're going to close a candle, maybe months. Again, I'm not good at time, but I do believe we're going to close a solid weekly candle underneath this line of around 39.5% roughly. This line isn't perfect. I just kind of threw that on there. But around 39 to 39.5%, I think we might close a candle below that. And if we do close a candle below that, altcoins, we're going to see alt season. That everybody was waiting for alt season. We did get an alt season, but it wasn't like 100, 200% moves unless you were in the gaming or Dogecoin or Shiba. You know, Shiba and Dogecoin had massive moves. The gaming coins had massive moves, but everything else was kind of like blah. We had decent moves, but it wasn't anything spectacular. Everybody was always saying, oh, alt season, you're going to see 500% moves in a day and whatnot. We didn't see that, except for with Shiba and some gaming coins and Dogecoin. But once this breaks below here, that's where I think we're going to start seeing some massive moves for altcoins, and we're already starting to see it. Mask is a coin that I've been following. That went up 400% in 2 weeks. Matic is up 19% right now, and it was up, what was it, up 10% or 15% yesterday, whatever. It's up like almost 50% on the week. I mean, Optimism is moving up to 12% almost right now. Coins are starting to move, but once we get below this, it's going to skyrocket. The other thing that makes me think that the dominance is going to break down is the RSI. So with this move, this fake out right here, we came up and we touched the green up here, but then we broke down. Now we fell below the 50 on the RSI, and we got rejected off the 50 when we tried to come back up. And now we're going to come back down. And usually when you get rejected out the 50 and you can end up staying below the 50, that's just bearish for whatever you're looking at. And also the trend strength directional has a red dot right here on this specific weekly candle. We have started a red dot. Now, sure, there's 2 days, 18 hours left, but we've started a red dot and the momentum is starting to shift to the downside again. The last time we had a red dot over here when we've been underneath the 50 line was back here. And look at what kind of drop we had. And then this red dot right here under the 50 line, we had another big drop right here. And that's why I believe we're going to have a massive drop. And in the next few weeks, we might start seeing some coins really making some moves. But that's the Bitcoin dominance, DXY. Now let's look at some other stuff here. So I made a video on Ethereum Classic yesterday that I believe that Ethereum Classic is about to explode. Now, this is a different chart than I was looking at yesterday, but I don't want to find the other one, so let's just look at this one really quick. And the reason why I said that is because from bottom to top here, we held support at the 618 perfectly, and now we're slowly moving to the upside, okay? And each candle is higher than the next one, and I just think that with this space down below here, we held the 618. We had some fake outs up here when the Ethereum merge was happening with Ethereum Classic, trying to break out of this falling, broadening wedge here. But I think it's Ethereum Classic's time to make this move. I think Ethereum Classic's going to come up. We might come back down to retest, but we're going to start moving pretty rapidly here in the next, again, timing weeks or months, something like that. Beginning of the year, I'm expecting us to be broken out of this, above this red line right here is what I'm expecting. You can see the RSI's moving up to a possible crossover. Last time we had a crossover of the moving average right here, we had this move, okay? Then when we crossed again right here, we had that move. And so my expectations are we're going to have similar moves like that. Let's just say we have even the smaller move here, which was 107% from the bottom even here at 618. That puts us above and at previous resistance right here. So that's, I mean, that's likely in my opinion, going to happen. I actually opened a position around here as well on Ethereum Classic, just to be honest with you guys. Now let's move down to Ravencoin, which I know a lot of you guys are really interested in. Ravencoin, again, you know, doing its thing. I still think Ravencoin is... okay, so I still think Ravencoin is expected to come up and just dance in this little... This is going to be quick because Ravencoin is not really doing much. In this section right here, I'm expecting some stair-stepping to happen for Ravencoin until we get that breakout at the beginning of the year up here. And so that's kind of my expectations. Ravencoin is... Let's go down to a lower time frame for Ravencoin. Is now retesting this previous support line right now, and it's retesting the 20 EMA, but that's a decent candle we got going on here, and it looks like the trend momentum on the 12-hour, which I love looking at the 12-hour. The 12-hour gives me a very good idea of where the market's headed, but it looks like we're about to get a green dot on the trend momentum, and we're getting a cross on the 12-hour on the RSI, which when we get those, we get these kind of moves. Like this. I mean, they're not big. They're not super big. I mean, that's an 8-9% move right there. And if we can get, we're doing the crossover right now. So if we get 9% from where we're at right now, that puts us, I mean, almost to the 200 EMA right here. And so this move from Ravencoin could actually bring us all the way to the 200 EMA in the next... What am I on the daily 12-hour? In the next, maybe over the weekend. Maybe we get some weekend price action to the upside and it brings us up to the 200 EMA. Maybe it's next week. Who knows? Timing has never been perfect for me. But I do believe some big moves, they're already happening, but I do believe that some bigger moves are on the horizon. So let's move over to Matic, the one that I have a big position in Matic. Let's go out to the weekly on this one because it tells the best story. As you can see, I haven't changed anything on the chart here, and it's just riding up my line here. So bull flag was created. Matic was one of the first coins out of this bear market to have a massive move, and then it just kind of went sideways into this bull flag for quite some time, and we finally had that breakout right there. And after the breakout, I made a video, and I said, okay, we finally broke out. Now we're going to start moving. Everybody, you know, some people leave, not everybody, but some people leave comments and say, oh, you know, well, we're going down now. You know, right like 2 days after my video, we're going down now. Do you expect us to continue to go down? I mean, is your theory, you know, invalidated? This is the weekly time frame, so it takes weeks. And this one literally took 1, 2, and now we're on the 3rd week. And we're finally getting that move. Now, the nice thing about Matic, let me get rid of this yellow line here. We are above the 100 EMA on the weekly for Matic. Now, that's pretty big news. I think Matic in this move... I mean, look how, I mean, so how many weeks was this? Well, let's see, to get to the top there was 8 weeks, 56 days, 2 months. It took 2 months to go, I think that's 200% move. Let's see, 2 months to go 250%. Okay, so 2 more months to get another 250%, let's say from this breakout, puts us all the way to the top. I mean, in 2 months, Matic could be at its previous all-time high if it plays out roughly the same way that it played out right here. And it's looking very solid for Matic. There is so much room to run on the weekly for the RSI, or for the RSI and for the trend. And also, we have broken, as you can see, we've this bear flag, we were being kept underneath the 50 line on the RSI. We finally broke above it with these last 3 candles here. We're above the 100. We're hitting some major resistance here, roughly around 133, $1.33. But after we can break above that major resistance there's really not much standing in its way. You break above it, you hit this resistance right here, which is around 160. That's your retest, possibly. Maybe we form another bull flag, right? And then you keep moving to the upside. And after that 160 range, there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. You've got this range right here at, no, sorry, 170, 171-ish, maybe 160 to 170. And then after that, it's blue skies up until the previous all-time high. You got a couple things here, but those aren't really big. And then you got the previous all-time high, which is right around $2.91. And after that, I mean, my targets, I mean, you can see some of my old drawings here. You know, we're looking at $5 and $11. Those are my targets for Matic. If you're not in Matic right now, you missed the big run. But, I mean, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, just a dude on his computer. But if we're going to $5, you're looking at a 5x. If we're going to $11, you're looking at a 10x. I mean, not only that, but the news surrounding Matic has been more bullish than any other coin on the market. The news has just been phenomenal. Disney going into Matic, Instagram going into Matic. I mean, you name it, everybody is getting into Matic. You know why they're getting into Matic? Matic is a quality product, and on top of that, it's like the gateway to Ethereum. Ethereum is like everything in the crypto market besides Bitcoin. If it's not Bitcoin, it's Ethereum, because everything else is just nothing compared to Ethereum. And Matic is the gateway to Ethereum because Ethereum is so expensive. Okay, so that's why everybedy's looking into Matic. Okay, let's get off Matic. Let's go over to, looked at Algo, we looked at Ravencoin, we looked at ETC. Arweave had that massive move. This one right here, I mean, it's just following the support. Man, if you would have just bought off of these supports here. So, I mean, I think Arweave, I don't know who's, I mean, it's still got a lot of room to run. We're hitting that 50 line on the weekly. So that's telling me a bull flag might be in store here, or a rejection, one of the two. So we need to pay attention to that. And also on the daily, Arweave is hitting the 200 EMA. I don't know how many people are into this coin. This is kind of a off coin. Also, the RSI is just crazy high right now for Arweave. So I don't know who's into this coin again. So, but I'm paying attention to it right now. It just had a big run up from this bottom to this top. I mean, 82%. Caught my radar there. Dogecoin. Dogecoin looks like it might be getting ready to make another move here. Dogecoin hit a top. Let's see, go to the 4 hour. But on the 4 hour, I've been looking at this today. The 4 hour, we're holding the 50 EMA here. If I've been calling this the 100 EMA, I don't remember. This is the 50 EMA, the bottom of this cloud. And so we're holding that. Also, I just saw Shiba Inu make a decent move. I think Shiba Inu just went up like, it was at 15% last time I checked. Now it's at 7%. But Dogecoin is negative right now. So if Shiba Inu was making a move, Dogecoin's usually vice versa. Whichever one makes the move first, the other one kind of goes next. On the 1 hour, we're bouncing off the 200 EMA perfectly right here. And we had a green dot on the trend momentum, possibly coming down for a double bottom. I don't know. Pay attention to that. It's already had a big run up. It actually wouldn't surprise me if this came down to tap the 618. But I mean, if you're not super conservative on your trades, right now is an okay time. We just tapped off the 200 EMA, and we're on the 50 EMA on the 4 hour. Another one that I want to look at is Litecoin. Litecoin is now again making its move. I made a video on this yesterday. Litecoin is another one. Is this the right chart? It isn't. Let's go to my other Litecoin chart, because this is the one I've been looking at. Litecoin is the other one that I think, and it's doing exactly what I've been thinking it's going to do. I mean, I couldn't have predicted this any better, and I don't want to brag or anything, but this is like exactly what I've been calling for months now with Litecoin. Litecoin, and I was accumulating right at these lows here because, and I know Litecoin's not going to do like a 100x or anything like that, but you know what Litecoin is going to do? It's going to be super consistent. That's what Litecoin's going to do. This is consistency. I mean, if you're in the crypto market to make money, you want to find consistent coins. Now, you can get lucky and get a coin that runs up 400%, or you can find the bottoms of the consistent coins, put a lot of money into it, and not guarantee yourself, but almost guarantee yourself a 100% move right there up to the heart line. Possibly, if I'm even more lucky, it'll move all the way up to the $400 range. Who knows? I don't think it's going to break above this, but it doesn't matter to me, because even if it went from where it's at right now all the way to the $400 range, that's a 500% move. That's a 5x. So consistency is key in some of your runners. Litecoin is all over the market. It doesn't have, I mean, I know a lot of people make fun of Litecoin. I think even when somebody commented on my Litecoin video, oh, Litecoin's dead, what are you doing? But what I'm doing is I'm following the chart here and looking back here. Litecoin, once it gets into that, once it moves into the cloud here, and holds there, it makes a move. And I believe that if you look at a fractal, this back here, in my opinion, is exactly what we're doing right here. And I mean, it almost looks identical. And right now, as we speak, Litecoin is inside the cloud. And there's only 2 days, 17 hours to go. If we can maintain inside this cloud, and especially if we can break above this previous resistance right there, which we're doing right now, and close a solid body candle, which we're doing right now, above this resistance line right here, and hold into this cloud, I think Litecoin has got a good 100% move soon. I mean, how long did this one take to get this 100% move? Let's just go from the time it got into the cloud, from the bottom of the cloud here to the top, 133 days. So what am I in the weekly? I mean, that's still a long time, but 30, 60, 90. I mean, that's like 4.5 months, roughly. But also, I also need to mention this. This move is playing out a lot longer. It's taken a lot longer to have this move play out than this move played out. And so this, I mean, it could take a whole year for it to get up here to get that 100% move, but it's consistent. So that's what I'm looking for. So Litecoin's another one I've been looking at for a solid move. Atom, this is, in my opinion, the most bullish project in the crypto market this year, besides Matic, possibly some other ones. But I mean, Atom came off the 382 here, and it's ready for its next leg up. It is moving. Now, you already missed out on this move. I mean, you already missed out. If you didn't get in at that 382, you're already 28% behind. But bull flag right there, and if that is a bull flag, which it sure looks like one to me, you're looking at a move all the way up to $33. So you got a 100% move coming. And the top for Atom was 43. I think we're going a lot higher. I think Atom's reaching $100 easy when this bull run, or we're in a bear market, but when the bull run is over, the next bull run starts and is over, I think Atom will be easily over $100. It's making some really solid moves. What else do we want to look at here? I want to look at, well, Optimism is just going nuts right now. So let's just pay attention to that. Optimism, look at this. I bet you this is going to hit a Fibonacci perfectly. Oops. Well, maybe not perfect, but you went underneath the 618, found support there. Now we're moving up for Optimism. This is another, I think this is an Ethereum, man, it's up 14% now. It's like, I think this is similar to Matic in a sense, but I don't know. I don't know exactly. I don't know anything about this project. I just kind of what I remember hearing. Anyway, I mean, this one looks like it's heading up pretty solid. We're above the, well, let's look at some resistances, not that. Let's do the Fibonacci from top to bottom. Okay, so we're already almost at the 618. Probably around $1.37-ish, which is only 10 cents away. And also you can see that's previous resistance right here as well. So, I mean, since we did have previous resistance here, yeah, we're probably going to hit this. $1.37, come back down, probably hit that, you know, maybe dance here and then make the move up. If we break above it, then we dance, you know, find that as support and then we move up. Something like that. It's kind of what I'm seeing for Optimism, if that's something you're into. You should be. It's up 14% right now. Let's see. Before we get out of here, Dash. Somebody asked me to look into Dash a while back. Nothing's changed with Dash. I think Dash, I said Dash is bottomed out. I still think it's bottomed out. And it looks like a decent move is on the horizon. We've got the trend momentum still shifting in the right direction. You got the, this is all weekly time frame stuff. It looks like an Adam and Eve pattern is being formed or being formed here. Here's the Adam. Here's the Eve being formed right there. And we're looking at, you know, possible resistance right around 85 cents, which is from where we're at right now, Dash. You're looking at a 100% move right there. E-Gold, another one that I'm really bullish on. They just had some kind of big conference going on for E-Gold, so this one actually might be, it's only up 1.5% roughly. This one might be kind of slowing down since the conference is over, or maybe, who knows, maybe it'll pick up because the conference is over. I guess we'll see. Link is having a decent move right now. And, I mean, Link is just continuing to make higher lows here. It looks like it's forming some kind of a Let's see, something like this. Maybe there was a fake out right here. And it looks kind of like we want to break into this cloud right now. Get above that 20 EMA is what Link looks like it wants to do to me. For me, I think that Link is going to come up, find some resistance here. Definitely around $12 and around the $12 to $12.50 range. Probably find some resistance there. Plus, we got the 100 EMA right there around. Right now, it's sitting at 1170-ish, 78-ish. So find some resistance right in that section right there. But I think Link is eventually going to get up to the $18. And I am heavily invested in Link. I think it's going to be moving just like Atom. I think Link has got a big run ahead of it. And before we get off here, let's just see. I'm going to go down, take one more peek, see if there's anything else that we want to look at. See, Mask is having its big fall now. So here's the one that went up 400%. Look at this. So this was in a falling wedge here. And just rock. I did not expect that. I expected a short move out, you know, kind of dancing up. Just rocketed out of there. Looks like it's the week, but when the week is over, it's going to find some resistance at the 100 EMA here for Mask. If anybody's into that too. I mean, I think that's pretty much it. H-bar. People like H-bar. Let's look at that really quick. So yeah, I got the Adam and Eve pattern just playing out nicely here. It is still finding resistance on my line. Nothing's changed. Still finding resistance. We break above that resistance. H-bar probably has an impulse to the upside. So if you're looking into H-bar, just pay attention to this resistance line right here. We are touching it right now, and it looks like this week or next week is when we break out of it, unless we have a big drop. Then who knows? But it looks like this week or next week we're going to break out of that and have a big impulse to the upside. So pay attention to that for H-bar. And I think that's all I got. This is for somebody that always is in my chats. EOS. So EOS, sorry, I can't remember your name right now. I think it's Brandon. Is always in my chats and always commenting on my videos. So here's EOS for you. So we came down, we hit that 786 like I had previously said, which was around the dollar range. We actually went a little bit below it. And now we're slowly creeping our way up. You're looking at your first resistance for EOS around the 20 EMA right there, around $1.30. And then if we do get above that, which if my Bitcoin dominance theory, if the Bitcoin dominance is going to fall theory is going to happen, EOS is looking at a nice double bottom pattern here. And if that actually plays out, that's probably going to bring us up to the 200 EMA here, would be my guess. Yep. And there's your next resistance up there at $3.67. If you're listening to this, yeah, I personally believe you caught the bottom if you're buying into EOS down here. Caught the bottom. Looks like the trend momentum is about to get a green dot roll and move over. And it also looks like the RSI is about to have a crossover here. We did get rejected off the 50 here, almost reached the 50 here. I think this next move will actually bring us above the 50 on the weekly, on the RSI. But that's pretty much all I got. I wanted to combine. I mean, look at that. I got a lot to go over here. So just wanted to put all that on your plate there. And yeah, if you like these kind of videos where I throw a bunch of coins in there, let me know. And if there's some coins you want me to look at, please put them down in the comments. And if I remember, I'll try and take a look at those, or I'll throw it up on my Twitter or something like that with what I think is going to happen. If you're not following me on Twitter, go down below, and link is in the description. Also, Ravencoin people or anybody who's into NFTs, I'm selling my Cosmic Ravens on Ravenist.com. If you want to check those out, the link is down below. And if you're interested in trading, MEXC Global has got bonuses. You can sign up for them and get a bonus. You get a bonus. I'll probably get a bonus. Also, I think that BitGet, which a link is down below as well, is doing just sign up and they give you 20 bucks. No strings attached. I think that's still going on. So go sign up for BitGet. All you got to do is click the link below, sign up for BitGet, and you get 20 bucks. Free money. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. And just remember, I'm not a financial advisor, just a dude on his computer. Talk to you later.